Okay, let's be honest now. We've all seen our fair share of Batman movies over the years, whether it be like on a big screen or just something that played on your living room TV while you were bored one day. It doesn't matter where you saw it. I mean, like, if we take a step back though, you begin to realize Batman has had like a lot of movies over the years that it's almost gotten repetitive. Every couple of years, we get a new Batman movie with someone like the Joker, Mr. Freeze, or Two Face as the main villain. Okay, maybe not Two Face, I'm not too sure about him, but whatever. Like, for some reason, we always tend to see his backstory like it's something completely new every time. This isn't a new character or an obscure character either. He's probably one of the most popular heroes out there. It's not even an alternate version of the character. Now, we could have witnessed greatness in the making with a new character taking up the mantle of the Batman, but I don't think DC likes money. Like, I'm kind of referring to like this one character, you might have heard of him, but like his name is Terry McGinnis, and he's from the show Batman Beyond. Like, for those of you that never watched the show, all you really need to know is like, yeah, it takes place in the future where Bruce gave up the mantle of Batman after old age, caught up with him, yada yada yada. Crime's at an all-time high as well, and the show's main character, he just winds up becoming the next Batman through means I don't really get to explain. Basically, if you want to get the full context, just go watch the actual show for that. Like, there was a point I was trying to make earlier, and that's simply this. We should have had a Batman Beyond movie. Some of you have probably already seen how it was proposed to DC before as well, but instead of greenlighting the pitch, they said, nah, we don't like money. Like, there are so many different avenues you could go uh, with like a movie pitch like this too. It doesn't have to even be a one-to-one with the actual show, but instead just do something different. It would have been just interesting to see another character becoming Batman and just finding their own identity in this new world of Gotham at that as well. Introducing this new character to the big screen would also attract like a new audience of people who would be curious, honestly very very curious to see what this guy's about and what exactly could he prove. I mean, like, even within the story, we can just see him battling with the fact that he isn't just a copy of the original Batman either, but instead his own person, his own identity, or even yet, and maybe talk about like an inferiority complex that's going on. You know, like how people are constantly comparing him to the original Batman, saying that he's a sorry excuse or whatever. I mean, like, this Batman, he would not have any sort of like training in like every form of martial arts known to man, considering like he isn't loaded from the jump. I mean, like, I'm kind of rambling, but like, you kind of get my point. Basically, like, as far as like combat skills go, like, he's probably not going to be at the same level as the original Batman. That's what I'm saying. So you're gonna see him with a whole different fighting style, constantly learning, like, from all of his fights, learning to adapt and all of that sort. You just see with a whole new learning curve that this Batman has in comparison to Bruce Wayne. And this one is also much younger as well. You see, I'm just going to paint you a quick picture. Let me explain it to you. Just imagine this. A delinquent, say 16 to 17 years old, having been in and out of juvie for his troublemaking over the years, coming home to live with his mother and brother. They have an estranged relationship because of the activities the oldest son constantly gets himself into. And while home, his mom would just go on to talk about her desires for him to become a better role model for his younger brother. And he simply gets annoyed at hearing her say the same thing for the umpteenth time. He tries going back to school only to find himself failing once again, constantly falling behind and seeing it as like pointless in the long run. He would just start cutting classes again, and he would just end up getting into some gang activity. The police, they would break up the activities one day and everybody would scatter. With the police chasing after everyone till he finds himself hiding in what looks like an old manor. The owner's dog would detect him and start chasing him, barking at him at the same time. He would find himself falling and tumbling into an unknown place. Picking himself back up, he would look around and see that he is in what appears to be a cavern full of technology and suits. He sees different sets of Robin suits and then the classic Batman suit. Eventually, he finds himself coming across the black and red Batman suit and hearing someone's voice from afar. Terry panics and does something drastic. He decides to steal the bat suit and escape. That alone would pique people's interest, even if it is just them questioning who this crummy guy is to steal the bat suit and run around with the mantle in the beginning of the movie. From there, people would question how he will develop in order to actually make up for this cardinal sin. You see, like, I'm not the best at storytelling and all that, so like it it might just sound like a bad pitch coming from me, but like there's bound to be others who can write a much better pitch than me. I didn't even mention the catalyst for Terry's character development either. Anyways, I don't have much else to say here, so like if you like the video, like hit the like button and like maybe subscribe if you're interested to follow my journey as I learn more about comics.